that chip, man. Because it's just like that's gonna be the outlet with all the restrictions. Because eventually, like you ain't gonna be able to go no goddamn where. You ain't gonna be able to eat nothing, or you gonna have these restrictions on how much you can consume and everything. But when it's all over and done, the outlet to be able to obtain more and have some sense of normalcy, you're gonna have to take that thing, man.
And yet they're saying, "Who shall see them?" What does this mean? Basically, disguised as hope, disguised as energy conservation. You know, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Because they have researchers. You know, they have scientists to search for their agendas, man.
Mm-hmm.
Data analysts, all those different things, man.
And best believe these scientists and these data analysts, they did what? They was recording people's behaviors on how they reacted during COVID. They know the time frame when people start to go crazy, sit in their homes. They know how people feel working these remote locations. They got all the data.
You know.
Even recording data, like you watch certain conspiracy videos as well. You know, they record it as well. They log it in.
And it really sprang forward. I mean, what George Bush II, man, because he the one wrote that into law where you can actually do surveillance on all American citizens, man. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Patriot Act. What?
And that all kicked off from what? 9/11. There's always an event to justify the agenda. That pattern.
Yeah. And that's why you have this mechanism called Palantir. And that was on Batman. You know, he turned everybody's cell phones into recording devices so he could find out where the Joker was at. All right, back in verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. And this is the point. Both the inward thought of every one of them and their mind is deep.
That's right. Whoever thought this so-called Middle Eastern conflict is really a war provoking global economic catastrophe.
And that's why David Icke said what? Don't get too mesmerized of the war. Focus on the outcome, what they're trying to do. Now it's all about energy conservation. Energy conservation.
That's going to be even worse than the C-19.
Yeah. Because now it has a global economic affectation. You know, the C-19, it basically had a global effect to where people were enclosed, but there wasn't a halt, pause, or disruption in the economical exchange of monies or goods when you had the gold, the silver, the crude oil, right? The stock market, you know, because I looked at the stock market this week, it was bloody red. It's been bloody red, and especially within the latter half of the week, you get those particular spikes where you have the buyers who step in, but the sellers come in and override everything. And you have major corporations that are coming at the close of the stock market to buy at a lower price just to resell at a higher price, and it drops again.
Yes, sir.
You know? And that's what the elites is all about control. You know, but like the people that's on Trump level, you know, Trump and his cronies, like you said, they'll crash. Because see, Trump can make a speech and make the stock market go up and down. So him and his cronies can buy this shit when it's low, and then you go back up and they make a flip. You know, so you got that going on.
A good point just to back you up on that one. So the point you got, during Trump's last message on Wednesday, it was Tuesday or Wednesday, 10 to 12 minutes before he made that particular announcement, everybody got into the stock market. The volume increased over $150 million. So all of the people that were insiders, all of his friends, they all bought in on the same exact thing at that price before it skyrocketed over 100 points.
To back you up, you had news reporters saying that he manipulated the prices by that speech. Going to what you just said.
And he keeps saying it's going to be a piece. But it's not going to be a piece. It's going to be, because it's going to keep, see the thing, you have to understand that these devils can start implementing this shit while the war going on. And then as they implement it, because once they get to the point where they make this MOTB mandatory, then they take the cap off of this war going on. And see, you got to keep up, because you got to be balanced, because you got to keep up with both. You got to keep up with the elites, how they moving. Then you got to keep up with the actual war, because this is prophecy. You know, World War I and World War II, the devil, they was able to benefit and prosper. And this one is going to work against them at the end. So you watch both of them, because you can't watch one without the other. Because we're watching. So you got to watch how these elites moving with this economy and the shutdowns, and then you kind of watch these alliances. Now, you really only got to watch the alliances is according to the scriptures, like Ezekiel 38, or the dragons of Arabia. Like you see, okay, these Gulf Arab states starting to switch to Iran. You see Turkey and Iran starting to share intel as far as this war. That's because there's prophecy. But you can't keep your eye on what the least doing because that's MOTP got to come first before this war goes nuclear, man.
If I can just say this, and don't get it twisted, this is the real thing now.
Yeah.
You know, this is a WW3 has been activated. Those troops that's leaving here, they're not coming back. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming back. I mean, it's on. So, and this war is a little different from all these other prior or previous events. So don't get it twisted. Like Zaquan says, you just got to watch both, but still understand the mindset or the strategic chess moves of the elite. And all of this shit is within the will of Yahweh Shem.
Man, I was just literally about to say the exact same thing because these small hats, these people that are in power, these so-called elites, these illuminated ones, they believe that they're the ones that are pulling these strings. Right. Because in their mind, they said we have to have one more war. That one more war was already prophesied. And Yahweh Shem Shah, he said,
one was passed.
Revelation 11-14. Yes. The second one passed, and the third one comes quickly. And that's before that fight.
Exactly. So that's how you know that the minds of these people on the earth are in the hands of Yahweh Shem Shah. But they're under the perception that they're pulling the strings down here. But now you're moving according to the agenda of Yahweh Shem Shah. And that's why the biggest threat that you have is not even a physical threat to you. You have to feel like that you have to close their mouths. Which are whom? The prophets of Yahweh Shem Shah. The men who have not lifted up a finger, who have not lifted up a hand, who have had conducted a single protest. You feel like that they have challenged your existence and they have challenged your agenda. So now you have to do some harm unto them.
That's right.
Unto us, the hopefully electing the prophets out there, man.
And let's just say like this so-called Middle Eastern conflict, you know, it could be political theater right now. You know, but it's still casualties being met. You know, civilians and soldiers getting killed. Like that's no doubt about that.
The infrastructure is getting destroyed.
Like it's no coincidence all these global leaders right now are facing rolling blackouts, or you know, rationing oil, you know, things that such. You know, talking about the crude oil, you know, it's out the roof now. You know, but at the same time, Yahweh Shem Shah is still going to allow these different kings of the earth. They're going to go to his determination. And that's going to be the World War III.
And I'm going to say this, and what they're doing now is still his determination. That's what we're saying. Everything that's happening is the will of the Most High. Nobody is moving how they're moving from an independent or an autonomous standpoint.
Like a free will.
A free will, no.
Because even when you look at, like say with Iran, everybody's surprised, but the scriptures say the Carmel is going to come forth with great power.
That's right.
They say, the scriptures say that. So what we're just seeing is the will of the Lord. You know, play out.
Yeah, they shadow boxing right now.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't came with no heavy blows or really showed that power, that force behind that knockout punch. You know, man, this is.
What it says in Ezekiel, how the Most High is going to put into them like an evil thought.
Evil thought. Yeah.
That's when things will go nuclear.
It's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
That's when it's going to happen. Pop off.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, starting at verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the river of water, he turneth it wherever so he will. Every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord Yahweh pondereth the hearts.
The Most High controls everything. And that's what basically the brothers just brought out the precept to sum what we're saying. So Pugh's mind or his determination, Trump's determination, and most importantly, these international bankers' determination, their whole game plan is already formulated by Yahweh Shem Shah. Remember, Yahweh Shah created this thing from the blueprint of the Most High. When you go into the book of Colossians, it tells you he creates principalities and dominions. Esau's rulership is a dominion. The blessing is a dominion.
And this is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of Yahweh Shem Shah. How can a man understand his own way? And like the brother was saying, hey, the Lord controlling everything, right? And like the brother said, they're not doing it on their own, right? Every little move they do, they think they do. The Lord got y'all. The Lord got you. Hey, the Lord got you. Especially, I tell that brother, Elder Yash, I call him day by an Israel attack, something by Russia. Yeah. Man, look, the Most High is working in minds of them damn devils over there, bro.
Because every time they talk about any, like if they talk about de-escalation too much, the Most High calls something to X this shit out. You know, because the Most High want this shit to keep going. He want this shit to keep going, man. Because the Lord tired of Esau ruling, man.
Yeah.
The Lord ready to wrap this nigga up, man. You know, so just like everybody getting into it. See, we look at all these analysts and geopolitics and these old, veterans and colonels and lieutenants that was in the war. But see, one thing everybody lacking is to understand the prophet. See, that's where the prophets come in and fill the blanks and give you the whole picture of everything that's going on amongst all the brothers that you see, all right, that's out teaching his word and truth and sincerity, starting with the apostles and elders on down. You're getting a whole picture of what's going on. Every brother bringing their gift to the table and putting a puzzle to paint that whole picture of the Lord's agenda. You know? I got something. You got everything.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, starting at verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
So the sanctified ones are the prophets. The mighty ones, we're talking about who? The angels. But then when you go into the book of Job, it tells you that the angels seals men's instructions. Meaning in their REM sleep, they receive their assignments of what they're going to do, the agenda that the Most High wants them to do. All of this shit is calculated.
Even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
Let's talk about these nuclear missiles.
There you go.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdom of nations gathered together.
Tumultuous is going to like uproar, you know, a very loud, confusing noise.
The missiles loud.
That's right.
Especially that many missiles coming at one time.
200 million.
Said the earth's gonna rock to and fro like
That's
a
right.
trumpet.
Yeah. And the sound of the missiles coming out the sound like a bunch of people running.
That's right.
Like the old military. Sound like a bunch of people running.
And it whistles a little bit too, you know what I'm
And with the earthquake like that, that further proves that it's gonna be the return of Yahweh Shah, because there was a great earthquake at Lebanon during his departure.
Yeah.
saying? That's right, bro.
So,
That's right.
the Lord Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
So when you muster something, that means like you assemble, you congregate. So that shows you how the Most High, he's in control of all this right now. He always gonna be in control of this. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna assemble all these different nations right now. He's gonna take them to what? The Persian Gulf, what they'll call the so-called Middle East.
Yeah.
And that's where they're gonna have this World War III warfare.
And we're expecting Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about the Red Sea, get that.
Joel 2.
Yeah. Can I get that real quick? Joel 2 and 20.
That's
What
easy.
you gonna say? The valley of Yahweh Shaphat?
Yeah.
Verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of the heaven, even the Lord Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation
So
to
all
destroy.
these countries that have nuclear capability, right, they're going to release on this area right here. And America's going to get hit too. So you got America getting hit, Russia's going to get hit, Israel is going to get nuked because Israel has to basically, that land has to be purified, right? But the difference between Israel and America would never be inhabited again.
So they can say they come from a far country. That's why they know it's intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Mhm.
You know, they go in between continents.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Or they used to be what? Yep. Trans means transcontinental means across land. When you break that down, across land, man, across land, from the east to the west, from the west to the east.
In Joel 2 and 20, I remove far off from you the northern army.
America, right? The Northern Army is America, right? Right now, troops are basically going over there, and they're not coming back. So all you family members that have someone that's actively enlisted, hug them motherfuckers, because they not coming back. Hey, what Jesus say? Seeing niggas leave, they ain't coming back.
That's how you know brothers ain't gonna be drafted. Because he said, I will remove far from you.
Right.
We there, you.
That's right.
So he's gonna move that military far from us.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
It only makes sense that land is Saudi Arabia when you look at it from the standpoint of a map. Go ahead.
we'll face toward the east sea.
Now the EC is where? That's the Euphrates River, right? The EC is the Euphrates. Go ahead.
And hinder his path toward the utmost sea. And it's
And that utmost sea is the Red Sea. So between the Red Sea and the Euphrates, you have what? The landmass of Saudi Arabia. Right? Because they can't land in Iran. Apostle Torah just went in every day. They're going to have to land somewhere. It makes sense in Saudi Arabia.
Like a more so flat terrain.
Or a more so flat terrain.
Yeah, because they won't be able to do anything in those mountainous areas. Those U.S. troops gonna get slaughtered.
Like say Private Ryan, remember that they were trying to go up that beach and climb that like stretch up, and they were just eating them up.
Mm-hmm. I watched a video today, and they were talking about that. They land over there, they done. So they said they've been practicing 20 some years. They've been, bro, they done.
But then if you, like they said, if you go through the mountains, then you got to go through the desert. You damn near depleted and defeated by the time you even get there.
You never fought, you know anything about comeback, if I may. You fight uphill, that's where that term uphill battle come from. Fighting uphill, bro, and then fighting up a mountain where, for one, like you looking up, so you don't know what type of glare, or like, you're lucky the sun is not right there. But then also, they got all different types of cover. So not only are you fighting an uphill battle, but you fighting an uphill battle, you don't know where the fuck you at.
And normally with an uphill battle, you never win.
You never win. Hey, who was that, bro? Was it Hannibal? When he went up through the mountains? Yeah, that was Hannibal.
He lost a lot of men.
He lost a lot of men going through that treacherous terrain, man.
Through the Alps.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what you call, when you win battles like that, they call that a pyrrhic victory. You win at the expense of a lot of troops. At the expense of great death on your side.
Yeah.
You know, if you do win.
That happened with Napoleon too.
A pyrrhic victory.
Yeah, the Russians are trying to like drag you to war in the wintertime.
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he lost.
He lost like 500,000.
Yeah, but that's a lot, man. That's a hell of a lot. Jackson don't have 500,000 people.
All right.
So pyrrhic victory, though, like the win is a great expense of a lot of troops.
For y'all. This second national, 1633. The virgins should mourn having no bridegrooms.
That's why. Their husbands or the men they are engaged to is going to be fighting WWE. And they're not coming back. No, sir.
The women should mourn having no husbands. Their daughters should mourn having no helpers. In the wars, should their bridegrooms be destroyed?
Yeah, so anybody, I don't give a damn where you're at. If you have husbands or anything like that going over there to the Middle East, they're not coming back. Those Russians are not going back to Russia. Those Chinese will not go back to China and things of that nature. Hey, once they get over there, because wait, Joel, the 3rd chapter talks about that they have to pay for what they did to the people of Israel.
That's right, man.
And our land too.
That's heavy. Everything going on right now, it's all about the controversy of Zion.
Man, that's it.
Everything, man.
Us little ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the ratio of women surpasses men at this point in time. So when the Lord ship all these other men over there to get slaughtered, you know, Isaiah 4:1 could come to play in a major way.
So activate Isaiah 4.
Yeah.
So what more proof do you need?
But no, if I could make that correction, Isaiah 4:1 gonna be before. You know,
You say like when the women go, you know, the men go over there, they die. There's gonna be more single women.
okay.
You know, there's gonna be more single women out here.
But yeah, I was already thinking about the nuclear destruction. I stand correct.
In the wars, should their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands should perish in famine.
So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 223. Oh Lord Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. You know, that's how you're saying, like, a lot of these folks think they can go over there and come back. Like, for one, you don't know your own path. You don't know like what the Lord has in store. I mean, we know, but the point I'm making that is the same way as these kings. They thinking they gonna do this and do that. And they're like, no, ultimately the stick of men that y'all got shot is in control. He's in control and he's directing the step. When the brother read, the kings of the heart is in the hands of the Lord, y'all by shot. So the same way the heart is in the hands of y'all by shot, ultimately it means that he directed the step.
That's right. Especially the elites of Esau Edom. You gotta think about it, like they've been so powerful. Like they have gone centuries being unchecked or unquestioned. So they feel like they're a demigod right now. Yeah. And they feel like who can the Heavenly Father tell me what to do? That's what it said. You want to get Isaiah 14 right quick.
Obadiah, the pride of their heart had deceived them, man. Like you said, they really think that they got this under control, man.
Yeah.
And it's Isaiah 14:4. Isaiah 14:4. That thou shouldst take up a proverb.
The proverb is a wise saying when you define it.
This proverb against the king of Babylon.
The king of Babylon represents Esau Edom. More so the elites of them. The ones who are really trying to orchestrate this global lockdown 2.0.
And say,
so what he really trying to do, he's trying to call us all by building everyone to his image, and not the image of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah. And yeah, because they're fighting for the birthright, man. That's what they want, man. They don't give a damn about nothing else but their birthright. Think about it. You got everything. You control everything. I mean, everything except really that microchip situation. But when the world is in your hands, but gather to him all nations. And remember, his desire is hell. Hell cannot be satisfied. Do you know how many people die per second, per minute? Right? But most importantly, what he really wants, he wants that birthright.
And anybody who's small head, so-called rabbis, their whole preaching is for what? You know what I'm saying? Y'all mentioned in the beginning of the Christians, the so-called Christians versus the so-called Islamic people, right? But with that, they're coupling themselves, the small hats of being up here. Yeah. And then everyone else either being destroyed and or slaves underneath them.
And going right back, he said that. He said basically that Americans have to fight for them, die for them.
And out of their own mouths, they said they want all Christians destroyed. They want all Christians dead. You know? Which further proves that they aren't the people of the Most High.
That's right.
So who are the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Right.
These so-called lost sheep that are living in real time in today's time.
That's right. That's right.
I said, this proverb against the king of Babylon and say,
Trump is the king of Babylon at this time frame. I mean, he's being controlled by the elite bankers.
And he's ruling like a king.
Yeah.
Because he went to war without Congress.
That was going. Remember what he said when Nero died. He said when he came back, he would give him hell.
He doing it.
He said that.
I ain't gonna lie, he doing his thing. He's
Yeah.
messed up.
He messed up.
Hey man, last Trump.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
how had the oppressor cease? The golden city cease.
Golden City represents to America.
Yes, sir.
Babylon the Great. You read Isaiah 26:5, so I can get that right quick. It goes to about like that lofty city, you know.
And you know this too. That they talking about taking over a island that Iran got and basically take their resources. Yeah, they talking about doing that. They talking about only Cuba. I mean, that motherfucker just agree.
Hey, what lofty mean?
Right.
Right. And what was the old song back in the day? LZ, you want to run? You probably run a motherfucker. But anyway, it was an old song back in the day. I'm proud to be in America.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa, I know I'm free. That was the 80s song back in the day.
Done, son.
This is Isaiah 26:5. It says for he. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 5. It says for he bringeth down them that dwell on high.
That's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right, bro.
It goes to also in Isaiah, I think 21st chapter, it goes to about the host of the high ones. That's referenced to the elites of Esau Edom. So only the Most High is going to be in that play on that stand through his only begotten son Yahushua, bring out the kings of the earth.
And I'm gonna say this, and then when we think about the elite, don't get it twisted. Like these men, they're basest men, right? But at the same time frame, these men receive their intel from Satan, the deity Satan in itself.
Yep.
All these wonderful so-called demonic, demonic plans. All that shit is inspired by Satan.
All the plans, all the revelations.
Yeah, revelations.
Hey, because Satan told you how shot what? He told him, look around. He said, I give you all the kingdoms of the earth. You bow down and worship me. But these small hats, they did just that. They bowed down and worship Baal. They bowed down and worship Molech. They bowed down and worship Baphomet. And that's why, as they run the entire planet Earth, you see all the symbols. You see everybody who has any type of relationship or dealing with a small hat, they have to worship Satan. Because Satan is what fuels this world.
That's it.
And because if the book of Job says he has the whole entire earth, this whole planet in the palm of his hand, who gave it to him?
That's right.
The same way that the revelations on the right hand side come from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to that small sect, that small elect, hope elect group. Them great revelations on the left hand side come from whom?
That small sect.
That's why they give reverence to their gods. And that's why they make all them sacrifices, man. Because they have to, what is the right word, pay homage to them?
Pay homage,
you know?
And that's why they denounce Yahushua.
That's right.
And that's why we uplift Yahushua.
That's right.
And we denounce Satan.
Exactly.
You see the balance?
That's it.
I got precept for you. This book of Ecclesiastes, of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1 through 4. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Verse 2.
What you got now is chaos, man. Like he thrives in chaos. And his decision making put his people in the worst position ever, man. This man wants to bring a new world order with billions of sufferers just to try to pull it off. And then all for his ego, so he can pretend to be the most high through technology, man.
Right.
You know? What this devil is trying to do. And he's over there calling himself the chosen people just out of spite. You know? Because he's spiteful about their birthright, man. You know?
Verse 2, it says, an unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
That shows you Esau Edom was a wise king. Look at the state of these Americans' mentalities right now. Like everybody, you think about it, 2/3 of our people, they have an imprint of Esau Edom. You know, so really these people are spiritual Edomites.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, I see one. But verse 2, as a judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner the ruler of the city is, such are all that they that dwell therein.
Yep. So everybody's persuaded by the God of this world, Esau Edom. So really, these people are really nothing but Edomites.
John 8:44. Ye are your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do.
Which really goes back to the serpent within the garden, where you had that cunning, deceitful, a very devious spirit. That's only the spirit of Esau Edom in today's time, which is the physical counterpart of Satan himself.
Yeah. He was a murderer from the beginning, talking about Cain, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. There you go. He speaks a lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
And the father goes to originate.
That's right.
You know, before the first lie, he told Eve in the garden, you shall not surely die. Because you look at Esau is the embodiment of the serpent and Cain.
That's it.
And the serpent was known for his witchcraft, and Cain was known for his violence.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know? So you look at Esau, he embodies the serpent and Cain. You know, 'cause even with his military, man, it's a bunch of, like, you get high with that military, he's full of witchcraft, man.
And that serpent, he has to be a Rothschild.
Hey, watch the movie The Manchurian Candidate with Denzel Washington, and also watch the movie Men Who Stare at Goats. They both brought witches into the military. They both implemented witchcraft into the military, man. Like you said, when you go to the Esau's higher up, it's straight up Satanism.
Yeah.
Every echelon.
That's right. Hey, y'all should look at the guy named John Ty. He was, a whistleblower. He was just going into how they really think that the Rothschilds are really Satan themselves. And, he said they have like power on the left hand side. So that makes sense, man. Why are these people scared of these particular group of men?
And I'm just gonna put the conversation out there. Like Shaquan said, it makes sense. We won't be surprised if they got their own form of spiritual power on the left hand side. They're able to levitate and all that shit. Because what great fear Because if them Haitians could do it out there in these country out there in Haiti, we know that the elite can do
Those
something.
ancient Egyptian magi's, you know, it was doing left-handed shit.
The same miracles that my show was doing.
They just, what you saying, like they brought witchcraft to the military before. If you think about it, like I know in the Air Force you got the Airman's Creed. In the Army you got the Soldier's Creed. I can't remember what the other ones are, but they have you reciting this over and over and over and over again. And that's the last thing you say before you go to sleep. And it all makes you, when you think about it, it makes you have that ultimate.
You just enchant
That's
yourself.
all it is.
you have that
Yeah, that's what I was
ultimate.
thinking.
Put yourself in a trade.
So
You down for the program.
So you go to enchantment, goes into a chorus.
What name and face is it?
Right up the street on the right-hand side.
Be smooth, bro.
Yep. So it's nothing but enchantment. That's why every song got their repetitive beat, and every song got what the chorus. They repeat itself. It's just an enchantment. So you saying that creed? What's the name of that? The medical creed, the Hippocratic.
Yeah.
Hippocratic oath. Yeah, oath. Yeah. And it's to who? Roman gods.
Yeah.
You know.
And because to chant something is the direct an enchantment inside of you.
Yeah.
You right? Something mentally, something psychological. You know.
Because you know about Greek life when you're in college, when you pledge and they have you doing the same thing.
Yep.
You're reciting these poems and creeds and oaths, and then you're doing it over and over and over
Like
again.
the deltas, the sororities.
Yep, that all of them do.
Their goddess is Minerva.
Oh,
So they got incite some type of like a seance, pretty much. And I think all like the different fraternities or sororities, they all go back to a Rothschild or a Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Who was
Because
the other one?
each particular set protects the family.
Yeah.
It's a representation of those 13 Edomite families.
That's
right.
right.
It's the boule.
Yeah.
What does the boule mean?
I got
Chief.
I got you.
But they the gatekeeper, because they call it the divine
Something about
nine.
the council or something.
Yeah, they call it the divine nine.
That's right, bro.
But they go, it's similar to, you know what else kind of goes sound like boule? If you look it up, the Sanhedrin.
Damn.
Because the Sanhedrin, they go into the chief council.
I
You
think that's what that boule means. Something around those guys.
Yeah, so you
got
go
it, bro?
to the boule.
B-O-U-L-E.
Can't forget about the Eastern Star.
Yep.
That's straight up off of it.
Yeah.
The star,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, the red is with it.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, white.
Yep. I came across a video today, and it was this elderly Jet lady. They was talking about witchcraft. She said America has more witchcraft than any place in the world.
Well, that's why the
She
Iranians.
said America.
You
She
know,
said,
propaganda videos.
yep. She said it's all gifted up in a different package, though. Christianity, Satanism. But she said no, it's a lot. She said all of it goes back to Satanism.
Well, that's why the Iranian Shah referred to America as the Great Satan.
Yep.
And they got these videos circulating now to where they got the missile that's coming out the atmosphere and coming down and crashing down. It was a depiction of the Statue of Liberty, but it was really the head of Baal.
But weren't they burning a goat in Iran? No, they was burning Baphomet. Yeah, they was burning Baphomet straight up.
Guess what? You know that deity is it Marduk? Guess what? Out of his belief system, ordered out of chaos. So they show you what they're about.
Is Isaiah 44, verse 25. Frustrate the tokens of the liars and make it diviners mad that turn the wise men.
Tokens, signs. They're getting revelations too. Hey, read that again.
Frustrate the tokens of the liars.
Right. So they're going to the left-hand side of Satan to get their signs, get their tokens, but the Most High is going to frustrate. So basically what they're doing, everything they're doing is for the attainment of the New World Order. That's why it tells you in the book of Job, they're going to have straits on every side. They're going to get so close, but they're not going to be able to attain it. And that's the worst feeling in the world. You can even see it, but you can't touch it.
What's your favorite saying?
What's that?
So close but not close enough.
Yeah. That's right.
And that boule goes into council of nobles advising the king. So advisors to the king. You know, like these different like Reverend Sharpton, you know, men of his caliber, those public figures, those sellout jakes, they're nothing but advisors to the king. Yeah, what did they say to the house shop? We have no king but Caesar.
That was the chief priest. That's saying he.
So the same spirit's coming back through the process called reincarnation.
Gatekeeper.
And make it diviners mad that turn the wise men back.
How do you make a diviner mad when basically his sign or his token or his omen doesn't come true?
Yeah.
Because he's telling you, yeah, this is going to happen, but it doesn't come into fruition.
Like the prophecy that called him with these niggas, man. Hey, it was time when the leech used to be generations ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, but now when he make a move, prophecy is right there. Now every move he make, prophecy is right there on that nigga, man. But it was a time these niggas was generations ahead of people.
And I'm gonna say this: when nobody calling out the Rothschilds except for the prophets.
Straight up.
Now everybody calling out the Rothschilds, bro.
Nobody was calling out the small heads really in general.
That's it, bro. That's
In
right.
general, like nobody was saying, you know, exposing them on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now everybody talking about the Rothschilds and shit.
No credit given to the apostles.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Rothschilds, all that, man. Straight up, that's straight up facts, man. But the scripture says, then shall the wicked be revealed.
That's right.
We're in the time where the wicked is revealed, man.
Right.
So their eyes is exposed. You know what the eyes is? It's that great projection that you presented to the world of yourself. That great white savior of the planet Earth, man. You know? It's there, the great white savior, the great white bully, the Debo. Because you got two faces. In one breath, you're Goliath, but in another breath, you're so-called Jesus Christ. You present both faces to the world. It depends on what agenda you have, man. You know? But their eyes has been torn down. Go ahead, bro.
I'm just gonna add to what you're saying because when they asked Sam Altman, which is the so-called CEO of OpenAI, when you get the ChatGPT, he's a small head, right?
Yeah.
But they claim to be chosen people. So when Tucker Carlson asked him, do he believe in the Most High? He got the stumbling and grumbling.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, are you the chosen people?
Yeah.
Or you an atheist? Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Like, God damn, if you chosen by who?
Right.
But then we ask you, is there a guy? These niggas got to say, well, physically, scientifically, there could be. Like, God damn.
And the scripture said, let your yea be yea, your nay be nay.
He got no
I'm saying this too though. Because if you go over there and ask do they believe in JC? They'll push out.
Yeah, Amalek don't believe
They
it.
don't
Like
believe
over
it.
there in Atlanta, Israel, no.
They don't believe it. So how that people though? That shit crazy, bro.
We thought this out last Friday. You know, how about over there, like the Torah Jewish people are going against the Talmudic Jewish people.
Yeah.
They fighting right now. They got like total riots. Yep.
Fucking idiots.
So you know, so if a house divided should not stand,
Exactly.
what's going to happen over there in Atlanta, Israel, with those small heads over there? It'll collapse.
Somebody collapse their house.
Yeah, house will collapse.
Their house.
And then you got the ones that live here in the U.S. who call themselves keeping the Judaic law, hating the Zionist small heads that are over there. So they're completely divided, both in their own so-called territory and abroad.
Russia versus Americans. They the house of Esau.
Man, the House of Esau is through.
EU versus America.
Who's that?
EU.
Yeah, EU versus America.
It's like talk about Democrats against.
Hey, I got one, bro.
We got to finish that, bro.
Yeah, this is back in Isaiah chapter 44, verse 25. And turn wise men backward and make it their knowledge foolishness.
Turn the wise men backward and make that knowledge foolish. Because if you sit back and think about what he's trying to do, Esau trying to make AI replace the Most High. How dumb is that? Okay, and you see how fragile this shit is. Because if you blow up the data center, the AI is over with. Okay, the fact that you got limitations and you're trying to replace unlimited power, you disqualified. That's stupid to even try to do that. That's childish. Like what? This whole new world order is childish. This nigga trying to put a C-hip in everybody. Right. Nigga want to watch everything you do here. Nigga, that's childish. You trying to regulate creation.
Micromanage.
Yeah, trying to micromanage creation with technology, man. You know? But he's limited. That's another thing that we seen about Esau. This nigga limited, man. Because no matter how mighty, because the American military is the greatest military ever formulated on earth. But guess what? It has limitations. We're seeing that he has limitations, man. Esau got all this technology, the witchcraft, and the AI, but guess what? He still got limitations. So the Most High exalted him higher than any heathen, but he's still limited like a mere man. Yeah. And this is what's being exposed. Like, no matter how high you be as a man, then you still a man.
And every dynasty falls.
Yeah.
sports teach you that. You had the 49ers, you had Dallas Cowboys, the Lakers, Chicago Bulls, but all of them hit that wall. The only kingdom or dominion that would never hit that wall is the kingdom of Yahweh Shah.
And when did you realize your team hit the wall? It was always in the playoff series.
That's right.
And like, damn.
And I always say this, Yahweh Shai is immortal. He's immortal.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I mean? Because we had King Solomon, they came to an end. King David, they were immortal. So this is like the story of. It's all about Yahweh, man.
You know why it's fun? If I could just bag you up because they didn't come under the order of Melchizedek.
He didn't come.
The order of priesthood.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Just a back up.
Yeah, and what does the Most High show? He gives demonstration after demonstration. Like you were saying, men is just mere mortal. With the Egyptian Empire, man, when you get into the history, you're like, damn, Egypt was really, or like Babylon, like ancient Babylon. Yeah, even America. But it's like, why does the Most High raise these kingdoms up just to destroy them?
That's to show you
I am. Hey, come on, man. That's what Esau does, right?
That's right.
He'll take a regular Jake and make him famous and then destroy him. Like we can make you a god, we can make you a nobody.
OJ.
Yeah, OJ, yep.
I have my man in that white Bronco.
Let me say for you. It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5, NLT. In that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes.
Yep.
Scoundrels will not be respected.
Yep. But basically, like the scripture says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Because the Most High is all about lifting your skirt up, man. Because he always shows demonstrations that men are just King Nebuchadnezzar, eating the grass, growing the nails. But do you know how freaking big Nebuchadnezzar was, man? He was bigger than a Rothschild.
Yes, sir.
You know, he was bigger than the big. You know what I mean? Because he was part of that golden head, and the Most High brought him down, man.
And Nebuchadnezzar was out there on the front line with it. He was out there really conquering shit.
Oh yeah.
Like you look at the elites, they just behind the scene and bunkers and shit. Like you say with Nebuchadnezzar, they was nigga. You seen them? They was
they other level. They didn't have to hide their reality. Yeah.
Kicking the gate in.
And this is Daniel 2:39. And after you, Nebuchadnezzar, shall rise another kingdom inferior to you,
Yep.
and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth.
Man, I didn't want to say too much. It was just that point was on my spirit. If the Most High brought King Nebuchadnezzar down, man,
Golden image.
this golden image, man. This is the most inferior kingdom. The Most High brought Nebuchadnezzar down, and when you get to the Book of Genesis, and you go into Nimrod, and like those different kingdoms, we call it bro. Esau builds his whole framework off this. Esau and Jacob, they all build their Egyptology. They all build their mathematics. They all go back to that. And where is it now? Where are those people now? Hey, go ahead, bro.
And the woman brought a good point too, because when you think about it, even in the garden, it stated that he was wiser than any other beast on the field, right? But then he got disassociated from that. So when he got back as Esau, when he had to get back, he married those Hamites. That's how he got reconnected. So that's where you got the profile now.
But it said Haman. All right, he was known for his prudence. He was known in Ezra and the Apocrypha. Haman was known for his knowledge. He was renowned to the point where they called him father.
Yeah.
He was a great counselor, just like the serpent in the garden. You see? Go ahead, bro.
It's the book Isaiah, chapter 47, starting at verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Now, why does it say the Chaldeans? Because those are the ancient Babylon, bro. With the elites, the world, everybody marveled that they all go back to the Babylonians. They all go back to the ancient science of the Babylonians, man.
Remember that Missy Elliott song? Get your freak on? Her Chinese?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. She was paying homage to that.
all seeing all that, man. Like you said, like the 60 minutes, 60 seconds, because that shit is not in the scriptures. That's the Babylonian system. That's why it's so disharmonious. That's why, like, the harmony of, how can I put this? the ways of the Western world is out of harmony with the earth, with the Yahweh's creation, man. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Try to offset, yeah. Daylight savings and shit.
Because I showed Speed went somewhere, I think it was in Ethiopia. When they said it was year, what, 2018?
Yeah, yep.
For the Ethiopians.
Yeah.
I think I was watching
If I go back there, I'll be about 30.
I was watching one video. One brother off TikTok sent me a browser I get a chance to respond to. But they saying that like in the nation of Israel is like year 5,700 or something.
Yep.
And they trying to pinpoint that with like the Lord said he coming back in years that same year. So they trying to basically put a time on it.
Yep.
It's like he won Speed, it was DD.
What's our show, Speedy?
Was that something?
Yeah, he went to Ethiopia.
Hey, well, that's confusion. That's confusion, man. Different cultures having different time frames and stuff, man. Same earth different years, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people.
Y'all ever saw the movie or read the book The Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
That took place in like the 1920s, right? That's when America was the Lady of Kingdoms. Yeah, what you call it, bro? Right, and I remember, I remember the roaring 20s. This was rolling cigars with $100 bills. All right, America was back. I mean, the dollar's backed by gold. And with the 1920s to 1960s to 1950s, America was the Lady of Kingdoms. Because when you came back from war, you brought back the spoil. What happened after World War II, man? You had the Jeeps, the manufacturing boom, you had all these places. Shit, man. Bro, I'm dropping.
I didn't even see it.
I saw it,
down
bro.
my phone.
I want fast. Who's that?
I saw it, bro.
Hey.
I saw it.
Yeah. Hey, what buying that?
You said I take it.
And longer we can put a record on these motherfuckers, we good.
That's the old way. We good. Inside joke. Inside joke.
Just walk around like this all day.
Yeah.
It still work, bro. We
Nah, I'm done.
Both sides got us, bro.
Right.
But we
can pre-record.
hey, somebody mad, man. That was petty as fuck by Satan. You know?
Prince of Air.
Right. Finish it up. Get another shot.
Back in Isaiah 47, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into the hand, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hands, very heavily I laid thy yoke.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father gave us over to Esau for our disobedience.
Right.
But the devil went too far.
Dang.
Okay? Here it is. This is supposed to be a punishment for us for disobeying the Heavenly Father. But this devil, he pushes us to disobey the Heavenly Father. Man.
Right. Little displeased, but you further afflicted.
And see, that's another thing. We're in a time when Esau being punished, man. That's why it's going bad for this devil, man. Okay? That's why he's having to get tacky, okay, when he's rolling out the New World Order, because now the Lord is against this nigga, man.
He's nervous.
Yeah.
Verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever.
Yeah, you go into a lady, it represents some status.
Yeah.
You know? When you go into a lady, it represents some status. Because the Rothschild are the lords of the earth. These elite bankers, they're the lords of the earth. And America has been a lady. Because really, like just looking at this shit now, the petrodollar really stronger than the military. Because with that petrodollar, no matter what, it's like a straitjacket on these goddamn nations, man.
You are absolutely
Like
right.
they can get American military off of them. They got a better chance of defeating American military than they goddamn petrodollar, man.
Boy, gotta make a point. Because when you think about the sword, the dollar is the sword.
Yeah.
Because even in the scripture, Ecclesiastes tells you that money is a defense.
Yeah, right.
So you're right, bro.
Right. Hey, because that's why even now, because as you got these other nations rationing out oil, they getting ready for St. Patrick's Day here, man. Because they goddamn dollar just, because you got to think about it. The least made a system through America to what America can print paper or get actual resources.
That's crazy,
You giving these nations nothing for something. But it was under the guise of American security, because American military was like a big security blanket on the earth. Like you can reassure that your trade was good.
Right.
You had to worry about pirates and all that shit. You had to worry about the shipments not coming because America secured those trade routes. So now with Iran, what they doing, they showing like, look, they can't secure all you niggas, man. This shit is a hoax. Like, you go into the dollar, it's a you got, bro.
No, go ahead, baby.
I'm saying the dollar is a big Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, but then on the flip side too, the elites want to crash it because they got to bring in the new systems.
It's going just like a Godfather. Remember, Barzini said that he could protect the Don if he would have came in with the deal. I thought about that when you was breaking that down. You know?
Then American basically said the Godfather. You remember on the Godfather when Michael had like he had that gun?
Yeah.
That's the American base. Niggas said, yeah, when I touch it.
Under the hospital? Yeah, that's right.
Military base is all about deterrence. That's why you see, like, it's meant to make you think I ain't fucking going over there.
Yeah.
But when you go over there, you realize, like we were talking about in the episode of SpongeBob, and it came through and popped it. Iran came through and popped that motherfucker. So now you can see the deterrence ain't really about nothing.
Yeah, the elites really spoiled. Go back facts. Get that real quick in Revelation 17 to 40.
Hey, if I can say, because you spoke about how, you know, they got a better chance of beating the military than the dollar, which brings back to the point, the Elder Squad, it bring out that same, was he a Rockefeller? Like, he cared not who make the laws, but get him control over the nation's money. So if you got control over the nation's money, you know what I mean, you know, plural, then you have the power, you know what I'm saying, to be able to dictate it if you wanted to flourish or if you want to destroy it.
Yeah, because, you know? Because see, like, they say, like, America lost the war in Iraq. Well, military, they lost. But Iraq still got to sell their gold, meaning their oil, by the dollar. Yeah. That was the win. That's all they wanted.
Yeah, they can lose the battle for winning the war.
Like, really, when you look at it, it's all about, even with Venezuela, like with Maduro, the little chick that was vice president, she was CIA. Because you heard nothing about Venezuela, right? Because guess what? Venezuela, America tells Venezuela what to do with their oil now. With Maduro, they couldn't do that. That's why you have Russia and China and Iran being able to come and ship oil from Venezuela. So the whole thing with Venezuela was just to get a bucket in there so America can control their oil. Right. So they can strengthen the petrodollars. Yeah. So now, what we're seeing now is that they're in a predicament because going back to the elites made America the lady of kingdoms. Okay? And the elites want to go into this new world order, but they wanted to go in via the petrodollar. But now you're seeing some shifting going. Yeah. So now, goddamn, these nations are also looking at America like, well, shit, we got other options. Right. You know, and that's what's gonna cause all the nations to come together and burn her with fire, man.
And that's why we were talking earlier why America wanted to try to take control over the Strait of Hormuz, because then they can dictate what's going in and out by oil, and they can profit and shut down whoever they don't want going through that with the oil. Man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So
they make how many per day is like 2 trillions?
Yeah, I know 20 million. Finish that book? No, it's not that. Finish that. We're gonna get there in Revelation 17.
Okay, back in Isaiah 47, verse 7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Now, as we look at, because you really see how grand something is when it comes to trying to dismantle that motherfucker. You know? And you look at, you know, this global system and how everything is pegged to that dollar, man. You see how grand it was. You can see how Esau America thought like, nigga, we good forever.
Yeah.
Nigga, you balling and you $40 trillion in debt.
That's crazy.
Like, what type of system is that?
That's crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
We owe 2,000 and they won't leave us alone. America borrowed $1 trillion every 100 days. And I'm like, well, goddamn, well, borrow my little 800 when you borrow your shit. Take it. Yeah, borrow my shit with you. I got nerve, give me a credit score. Yeah, born at 200.
neither did it remember the latter end of it.
Yeah, so Esau, when you're in the moment, you don't remember the latter end. You know? It's just like when you, let's say you're in the spot, you're enjoying yourself, you're drinking, you might got a few conversations going on with the ladies, you're not thinking about this hangover you finna have the next morning. You in the moment.
The roadblock.
Yeah, America just been in the moment. That's why America been like, fuck it, bomb that. Put sanctions on them niggas. You know, they got 24,000 sanctions on Russia, man. God damn. Yeah, that's damn near one for every citizen. You got it, bro.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 3.
Yep.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness.
Yep.
And I saw a woman set upon a scarlet colored beast.
And that's America. America sit on the scarlet colored beast, man. You know, this beast going into all these Edomite superpowers that reigned in the earth, man. From the Greeks to the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germanian Major, Germanian Minor, the British, and America came out of British. But America was that little horn, okay, then what? Started to dominate the rest of these Edomite governments, man, because the elites, they start to finance America. See, America was like a blank canvas. And this is what the elites was going back. What you were saying, how you saying that how it's more witchcraft in America than anywhere else?
Yeah, this elderly West Indian lady.
Yeah.
She was just basically saying that America is the really hub of wickedness. But she said witchcraft is just disguised in such a way. Satanism it's not disguised as Satanism. It's disguised as Christianity, black culture, so on and so forth. But she said you don't holidays and things of that nature.
It makes sense. It makes sense because they get it from their mother, Europe. Really, John say that's why the Rothschilds say most of the stations in Europe is more closer to the east. That's why they practice Satanism.
I got a real quick one for you. Revelation 17:5. And upon her head was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots.
Yeah, the great mother of harlots. The mother goes into the Greek word tar, which means the source of the motherland. Right. Go ahead.
And abominations of the earth.
Abomination of the earth. Because see, the elites came to America and they was able to build on a blank canvas. That's why they call it what? The New World. You know? Because see, a lot of them, the elites got ran off from certain governments over there in Europe. Right. And see, when they came to America, they was able to start on a blank canvas, man. Because even the Revolutionary War, which America broke free from the British Crown, but then the War of 1812, America won that war, but it put them in debt to the bankers. You see? So it was all about the bankers keeping America in debt, you know, but at the same time running a debt scheme throughout the whole earth, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yep, those 7 heads, those 7 Edomite governments, all right, that dominated the earth at one point in time, man. Like we said, the Greeks, the Romans, all right, Germanian Major, Germanian Minor, all right, the French, the Spanish, and the British. Okay, those 10 horns, those EU nations, those vassal states, man. And then today, those 10 horns are the EU nations, man. Okay, because you can see the EU is completely subordinate to America, man. Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls.
She was decked with scarlet and purple color. Would that represent what? Royalty, man. Decked with pearls. Because the elites, they decked America out when you think about it, man. Okay, because the American middle class, going back to the 50s, like you were saying, the American middle class was like living like royalty amongst these other nations, man. That's why Americans can go on vacation and they exchange their, you know, brothers that went out the country. You see how the money exchange go. You know? So and that's another thing too, because even going back to American military, the American military, they buy out a lot of these generals. Like when they went and got Saddam Hussein, they bought out a lot of those generals. And they just led the American military right to that nigga, man. You know, Venezuela, they said they spent over $500 million buying people off. They just walked straight to that nigga Maduro. Because think about it. If you were in Venezuela, if they give you $10 million in Venezuela, you're a billionaire. You get $10 million American dollars, you're a billionaire. So imagine having that power and you print the shit.
Or you just implant a puppet leader?
Yeah.
Like either Iran?
Yeah.
The little puppet leader they had?
Yeah, getting shot.
Yeah, that was the 1950s.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is the point. Like you could buy out a leader.
Yep.
You could implant. You could overthrow the government. Implant your little leader.
Yep. There's money, man. Because it's like, no, this system is based on you trading debt notes for actual resources. And this nigga control the debt notes he printed. So this nigga is creating wealth out of thin there.
He gets actual resources off monopoly paper.
That's a magician.
That's it.
That's a goddamn magician, man.
We can read that verse over, bro.
Verse 4, this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Right there. Hey, Luke 16 and 19.
There you go.
There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen
There you go.
and fared sumptuously every day.
And these are the elite bankers, man.
Fared sumptuously every day.
Yep. And these are the elite bankers, man. They have more than eyes can wish. Okay? So now with these devils, like brothers have been getting into, it's about control now. Because they got this money shit on lock. The money don't need, all right, I mean, the elites don't need no actual paper money. They want power. They want control. Because their money system is a game we play. They don't play that money game we play.
So what's making them rush? Then you have to think about Revelation chapter 12 and 12. He knows he has but a short time. And then when you go into North in the Greek, it goes into to see. What is that? Operation Looking Glass. Hey, Elder Manassas, I just did a video about this Edomite chicks. She was basically saying that they've been seeing these scenarios and all timelines convert to one outcome. That's the rulership of Yahusha. That little mountain. You know what I'm saying? Down in the second chapter, how this mountain flowed throughout the four corners of the world. That's what they see. Now, when you go into the Avengers Affinity War, what did old boy say? Dr. Strange was looking in that looking glass, but he said that it was one outcome where they won. But that's bullshit. Old girl said all timelines led to one outcome, and that's the rulership of Yahushua. And they see that. So if they seen that, they saw Yahushua ruling. They saw the 144,000 ruling. They saw all our people in harmony, man. Because that bitch was shook. She didn't like that.
That's how them sins in slavery.
My man.
Nah, you good, bro. And think about it, bro. What's keeping them from come getting us?
Right.
If they kidnapping sovereign sitting presidents and his wife, why they can't come get us?
Think about that all the time.
Yeah, because it's a power behind
right.
it. And they know that. Yeah, they know it's a power behind it.
They know we the problem.
Yeah.
Was that in Judith? About when he was telling the king that you can't touch him with their power with him.
Judith 5 and
5.
Right.
Yeah.
Finish that out, bro.
Salawam.
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of names of abomination and filthiness of her
That
fornication.
golden cup goes into like a top position. Like if you're in the Olympics, you're shooting for the gold. You got the gold, the silver, and the bronze. So if America has that golden cup, meaning she's the source of wickedness, and the Most High had fortified her in the spirit to be that harlot for the entire earth in witchcraft.
And then the gold is alluring too.
Yeah.
You know, it's alluring. But see what's in it. See, people wasn't mind. Because see, these Gulf Arab states, because these Gulf Arab states, these Israelites, they just become super wealthy just because because there's really American infrastructure over there.
Shalom.
That's American oil infrastructure over there. Those Saudis, they just allow those Saudis to get a kickback from all that oil that's flowing over there, man. You know? So what we're seeing with America, see, America got interests all over the place, man. Like America got so many interests, but what did it do? It spread itself too thin. You can't protect all this shit.
That's right.
You know? And that's what's being exposed. You got too much shit going on, man. You know?
Just going to you said about America got that allure.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 18:23. And the light of a candle should shine no more at all in thee.
Woo, that light of a candle. And then even going back to that the Illuminati, what they call it. Okay? Because they run the earth in wickedness, man. You see? Because even with show you how strong this shit is, because before they went to war with Iran, you did have the younger generation in Iran they really wanted to start doing deals with the West. Like those children were being westernized over there, man. Like you look at Iran, you had because it started with the women. You start seeing because they took away the mandatory hijab in like 2023 because they started making a big fuss about it because you had all those CIA and Mossad agents over there. Yeah, because see, the internet a motherfucker, man. Going back like even before the military, this is why he tried to break you down morally first. You know, he tried to break you down morally and economically. Then he come through and finish you off with that sword. You know, and he was getting ready to do that with Iran, but it backfired when they did their first strike and killed Alatolia, man. Because then they start bombing them schools and civilians. So now the younger generation, like, man, this nigga ain't shit. You know, so. But they just show you the power of the allurement. Even, but you can still got the Revelation 17. Yeah, they keep you down. But yes, more.
Yeah, just think about that. When you blow out, like you got a camera in the crib. If you blow that out, it's no more light.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It becomes totally ineffective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the Most High blowing that light out.
That's it, bro.
Because now people are seeing, all right, that they're in the worst case scenario. There was a time when America was the best situation to be in. But then it just kept getting more and more corrupt, especially when you go back to the Reagan era. Reagan was the one that really came in and gave all authority to these corporations, man, and took all authority away from the workers. Because see, what they call the New Deal, the American economy used to function around the middle class, the working class. That's why it was so much. That's why the middle class was so powerful. But then when Reagan came in, he started to strip because you had the union, and what the union did, it kept, whenever production went up, your wages went up. But Reagan came and broke that shit up. So production kept going up, but wages stopped. Americans haven't gotten a real wage since 1978.
Oh, yeah, real wage increase.
Yeah, a real wage increase, man.
Still like,
you know?
How much it is? 725, something.
Yeah, that's the minimum wage.
Yeah,
minimum wage.
Yeah.
When the New Deal came, which it was for Edomites, you know, Theodore Roosevelt did it for Edomites. But the minimum wage was you were supposed to be able to sustain your household off minimum wage. That's why they was established. You know, he established that. Theodore Roosevelt established that coming out the Great Depression, so that the average Edomite family, all right, can have a piece of the American dream. Yeah, the birthright. They had a little piece of the birthright. That's why you even had what my grandparents and great grandparents, they were nannies for Edomites. You know, they would wash clothes for Edomites. The Edomite middle class could afford a servant or two. Yeah. You know? But as it kept going, the elite just started siphoning that money to the corporation, man, and just turning everybody into just debt slaves.
I got the definition for you, bro.
You got it, bro.
This is the definition of real wage increase, just for edification. It says real wage increase is a raise in wages that exceeds the rate of inflation, resulting in higher purchasing power for workers. It means that despite rising prices, an individual can buy more goods and services than before. It is calculated by subtracting the inflation rate from the normal wage increase, basically going into as prices go up, your wage is supposed to stay above prices. So that gap is like that's your real wage, but then what you got left over after you take care of all your expenses. So like the point going into, Esau flipped that shit over. They turned it upside down.
Because what you call the COL, cost of living rate,
Mm-hmm.
that's some BS. Because they're not giving how 90 cents gonna be a cost of living rate. You know, when this shit going up, you know, when the dollar is diminishing, all right, what is like 110% from where it first started. Ain't nobody got 110% rate.
Yeah, a lot. Even your veterans get like 0.23, like 2.3%, would have to be like $90.
This is going into like Iran's in Israel, you know, just like that ongoing conflict between the two. It said Iran's 5,000-year history under attack by the Rothschilds and central bankers. In 1953, Iran's CIA Mossad MI6 backed coup was called Operation Ajax. The CIA, MI6, and MOS ousted Prime Minister Mossadegh after he nationalized oil.
Yeah, so he, because you had those British corporations that was getting all the profits of the oil. And see, that's what Esau wanted to do. He want to turn the whole earth into a slave camp, man. To where there's only a few oligarch families that's making all this money, all right, off their resources. Okay? Because what they do, they come to top of the government, put a puppet in, and their government starts to modify, all right, their policies where these American companies can come in and scrapulate the resources and then hire the locals for pennies, man.
That's right.
You know, they want, and that's what they did. That's what they do in Iraq. They did in Syria. They did it in Venezuela. They did it in all these different countries in Africa. They've done it in several countries in Central South America. Even when you go to Dole, the Dole banana, yeah, when you go into that Dole, that's Panama. You know, yeah, that's Panama. But the Dole is an Edomite company. Those Edomites own all that shit. So when you look at all these different corporations, because you look at them, and then going back to America being like royalty, you get everything sent to you. Like America is a country, they get to enjoy goods from everywhere. You go to America, you can eat Mediterranean food, you can drink Italian wine, you can go get you some French cognac. You can't do that everywhere in the world. America got all these goods coming here because everybody needs the dollar to keep the economy going. So everybody got to send their goods here to get these American dollars. So you getting actual abundance and actual goods, but you're just sending off paper, man.
And this is Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
And that's why these nations put up with America. Because you look at it from the ground level, you're like, damn, they just be letting America do everything. And then you know the military, but then you see, oh, it's the goddamn dollar. The motherfucker balling off that dollar. Because the elites of these other nations, like the higher, because every nation got their oligarchs, their families in the background that's really running the government that we see.
And look, in 2016, you would have took $10,000 of American currency to the DR for that Dominican peso. I did the math, that's 400 something.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
10 stacks is 400,000.
So if you give the vice president $2 million, yeah, come get this nigga. Get this nigga, man. Yeah.
Y'all crazy. And back Revelation 18:3, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, because to participate in this American market, right, you have to get down with Satan.
Right.
You got to go to those rituals. You got to be on board. You got to push this in your. You got to push democracy. You got to allow the alphabet. You know, you got to allow feminism. You see, because they were trying to put that shit in Iran. They got rid of Hajil in 2023. You know, they were trying to top it, but time was against. They had to rush that shit. Right. Now, because if Esau had time, he would have eventually got the top of that motherfucker. If he had time, but see, he got to be rushed. Yeah. You got to go.
Got somewhere else to be.
Yeah.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah, so these merchants, all these major corporations, they send their goods to America because they know it's a consumer market. That's right. America is a market based on consumerism. People in America buy shit not because purpose, but a lot of times for status. Yeah. Like the ugly ass Tesla truck. Yeah. The ugliest car ever made. But it plays to your ego. Yeah. I got a Tesla truck. Yeah. They buy shit for status. Right. So America, status symbol. Yeah. So they can create anything over there and ship that shit over here because they know they got some suckers.
And that's a real foreign hustle.
Yeah.
They could make something that's really cheap, but it has a designer name on it and sell it to an American.
But T.I. said back in the day, get a Benz and I expect your opinion in. Yep. Or I value your opinion in. Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy to say that. They just trending now. They got a Balenciaga bag, but it's a yellow trash bag with a rope on it, and it's selling for $1,700.
And I want to say that Balenciaga goes into the worship of Baal.
That's what that's the same company that the boots, dumbass boots, the red boots,
the Mario boots.
Yeah. I got a little more both. Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys their merchandise anymore.
All this foreign, Prada, Gucci, Balenciaga. Yeah, that's all Italian. You know, even the cars, Ferraris, Lamb, Rolls Royce, Audis, Beamers, all this foreign, man.
Because what they play And for the consumerism, Americans look at people in Europe like, okay, that's upper echelon.
Yeah.
So they play into the hustle.
Yeah.
So like you take pride in buying the European design. Yeah.
Hey, cause what James Bond was out of Europe.
Yeah.
You know, cause you got the alley, you like a spy. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I'm a spy. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, your Craig is too. Hey, verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk.
Designer, fine linen.
That's right.
Designer. You know what I'm saying? And like you go to those countries, a lot of that stuff cheap in that country.
Yeah.
A lot of that designer here is cheap in those actual countries, man.
So what's that Moabite or Moab that make the same base frame, but then they just stick a logo on that
That's
motherfucker?
it. That's it. And all of them come from the same shop. Moab. They just put their brand on it.
I want to say it's Gucci. They interviewed. It was like the interview was like, you know, how are those glasses Gucci when the frame is made out of wood? Wood comes from a tree.
Yeah.
So what makes it designer?
Yeah.
And then the interviewer, the dude that made it, I think it's Gucci, he basically had a circumventing answer. But it was basically like Americans buy it. I understand the fabric. The fabric, that's Gucci or whatever. But the frame is just it's a wooden frame.
Yeah.
So how is that Gucci?
Yeah, all you need to do is to sell it, put LeBron in,
Yeah.
put Jugger in, or NBA Young.
Hey,
Back in the scripture, and silk and scarlet, and all thyine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine.
Because that's Babylon, right?
Yeah.
So ancient Babylon didn't have frankincense. I think one of the brothers in Dallas was going into that. So they got to be talking about America.
Yeah.
It was something to that effect. It's been a while since I saw the video. Yeah.
And oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts.
This is an import country.
Yeah.
We don't export shit out here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. They're fine right now, but they are going to start towing at a certain point. So if y'all are right here and can see it, I just want to make sure.
What's the time frame?
Huh?
What's the time
They
frame?
said after 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but you'll see them. So as long as y'all are right here,
Thank
I'm
you.
okay. I just don't want to make it a car show.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, back in Revelation 18 and 13. And oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses.
Like you said, everything's in Babylon.
Cause you can get what lamb from New Zealand.
Yeah.
You know, you get beef from
And then,
Honey, what you got?
then go back to ancient Rome, man. You had like the Arabs pitch a tent in ancient Rome.
Yeah.
And like it was a big hub where everybody sold their products.
Yeah, right.
And like America's a big hub where Ishmael can come here and set up their tents.
Yeah.
All right, the Grecian restaurant, you know what I mean? Yeah. Go to New York, it's a melting pot. Everybody, all the foreigners, they hustle to sell their product here.
Yeah.
So like that's how you know this is that great place now, man.
The dog licking the sword. The merchants from other countries are benefiting by coming over here, like say with they nail shop, weave stores, etc.
But the biggest consumer is China. A weave store. If it wasn't a such thing as a Southern Kingdom, there would be no such thing as weave.
Right. No weave industry.
There would be no weave industry. If it wasn't for the curses, there would be no weave industry. So the foreigners people downplay Jake like an MF, man.
They capitalize off the curses.
But they capitalize off the curses, man. Jordans, they make Jordans like I heard it's a $5 shoe. It takes $5 to make a Jordan shoe.
And
They
Jordan
sell-
don't even wear them all.
Jordan even wear
I've never
Jordans.
seen Jordan and Jordan.
I've never seen wear Jordans and Jordans, bro.
Outside of the basketball court, never.
That nigga push Haynes more than he push Jordan.
He probably really got this shit.
Yeah. That's why Jordan looked down on Jake, man. But the point is, man, this is when America gets destroyed, the other countries are going to be sad because they cash cows, you know?
Now you know the spirit of the war is going to push these nations to destroy. Because the merchant, going back to all these oligarch families, they get wealthy off America, man. You know? And that's why they always turn the blind eye when America do all this wickedness. Nobody really say nothing to them because they get rich with this nigga, man. You know?
Hey, to back your point up, this is my last one. Isaiah 13:19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency.
The beauty of the 13 international bakers, their project, their beauty was a miracle. Their main hope, their pills main hope. Go ahead.
That's right. Shall be as when the Most High overthrows Sodom and Gomorrah.
What happened with Sodom and Gomorrah? Fire and brimstone. There you go, man.
Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yep.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there.
Ishmael corner stores.
Right.
So what they call the Jew man, but it's really Ishmael.
Right.
The liquor stores, you know. Because Arab is just an Arab has been pitching tent for thousands of years. That's their hustle. The Arabs are natural merchants.
Yeah.
But then all the heathens are merchants, man.
Yeah.
Moab, Elam, Moab selling you them $5 plates, huh? Ham, African brain shop, you know.
Because Ishmael got a lot to pay too. Because even when you go into Psalm, the 83rd chapter, it starts with Edom and Ishmael. Yeah. And when you think about Joseph going into slavery, that Midianite, those are the Arabs. So they have a keen sense of slavery, man. Where do you think Esau learned that shit from?
And where do you think I'm sorry, what did you say?
Hey, them fucking Arabs, man.
And why do you think most Jake in Africa became Muslims?
Yeah.
Fucking Arabs, man.
Arabs, yeah.
The Arab slave trade was horrendous, man.
That's right, bro.
You know?
Hey, last little portion. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
Yeah. So these, because everyone got rich off this. There's a lot of people got rich off this petrodollar system. There's a lot of people that made it. That's why, you know, America like they go to the city, man. It's because you can come. There was a time when you could come over here and come up, especially as a heathen. You come over here, get tax free for a certain amount of years, get grants. Okay, you can come up.
Think about this. Think about like in the 80s and 90s, right? You stacked up anywhere from 20 to 50,000, and you go home and convert that money. You know, you good.
Yeah.
You fucking good. And now you just come back to the States and then work from time to time and just add on to it. You a fucking king living in a fucking estate in another country because of that petrodollar.
Like you said, to start something, you go back and then you see your son running.
That's it.
He comes back, he said his son on there to keep that shit.
Man.
So that's why these nations, that's why, you know, they fell in love. Matter of fact, she's reading it.
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon.
It's a mystery, but the prophets know the mystery. That's right. The Lord gave the mystery to the prophets to really break this thing down, man. Go ahead.
Babylon the Great, the mother of
He
harlots.
said Babylon the Great, you know? So that means that this devil here is going to be on another level when it comes to his wickedness, man. His military might, okay, his wealth, he was on a whole nother level, okay? Because no empire ever had a system where they could create wealth, you know? That's why the American military was so tough, because they had an unlimited budget, you know? That's why even now, like I say, Iran destroying a lot of aircraft, but the niggas got so much, they gonna have to do that for years. Because America got so much, they got so many of them motherfuckers. You destroy 10, and niggas pull back over 20. You know? So it's like, this nigga's Babylon the Great. So you see how great the Lord built this nigga up. Because now taking him down is like, damn. Dismantling this man's military and his petrodollar, you see how great the Lord built this nigga up, man. You know?
Get to brother, no, sorry, it's like the harlots in the Greek. It goes into porne, which you get pornography from. So it gets to the point that says, of Babylon, i.e., Rome, the chief seat of idolatry.
And that pornega also can be applied to spiritual fornication.
Chief seat of idolatry. And because going back to Esau's tempting to Satan for our worship, like you all going to Marduk, Molech, you know. Matter of fact, get that in, I think that's Jeremiah 50 and 1, starting 1. You got it, bro.
Back in Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. The mother of harlots and abomination, and the abomination of the earth.
Yep, and the mother of abomination in the earth. Go ahead.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
And the saints are the Israelites. They said drunken, which means she was drenched. Because you look at all the blood of the Israelites that was shed to build this empire, man. You know, hundreds of millions of Israelites died to build the American empire, man. You know, go ahead.
And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, because even in these latter days, all right, the martyrs of Yahweh Shai, because the Lord is going to allow some of the believers to be martyred before he returns, man. Well, that's going to expedite their return, man. Go ahead.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Hey, John wondered with great admiration. So John seen a beautiful woman. Because you look at it, like, from the outside looking in, man, these nations look at America with admiration, man.
Yeah, John literally double take.
Yeah.
You see a bad bitch, you know, little twice.
Yeah. No, you ever seen like Color Purple? You know, and it was Celie, right? You know how Celie looked.
Yeah.
But then there was a woman that came to stay with them for a while. How Celie looked up to her. She was outspoken. Mr. one come at her like how he came in Celie.
I know you're talking about the swim chick.
Yeah. And it's like same thing with the like people of the other nations.
Yeah.
If they saw like an American woman, the women of the other nations be like, whoa. Yeah. They'll look at how the men look at her. I want that same power, you know?
Yeah. And that's how these nations look at America. And that's why even with the New World Order, these other nations like shit, I want that power America had, man. I want that because these nations, these governments and these upper echelons of these nations, they really see the American power. So they're like, man, I want this shit. And now the Lord has showed them a vulnerability in America. Now they really gonna be going for that shit, man.
That says the point. You really can see power when you on the outside looking in, standing apart. You know, if you so close up on the eye, you really don't. Like these Americans can't see how much power America really has because they so close. But if you are far off, you see the full imprint of America.
Hey, but think about it. But think about it. America got all these bases everywhere. We ain't never seen China build no base in New Orleans.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But America just go anywhere, build a base, fly airplanes, pull up the aircraft carrier, you know, hell, kidnap your president, you know. You be like, damn, we had a meeting.
That background song, walk into your cup.
Yeah.
Hey, Psalms 37:35. I've seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Yeah, see, the thing is, he spread himself too far.
That's right.
You know, he's too far away from his home base, man.
Right.
He got too many things going on that he can't defend. Because he, like I say, he's powerful, but he's still overreach.
That's right.
You know, and now he's exposed because that's when you get hit in boxing. What? Yeah. You see, you get hit when you overreach. You get overconfident. Another brother, you fight, you get overconfident with them punches. And then it's correct me if I'm wrong, they say it ain't even the hardest punches that knock you out. It's the one you don't see.
It's the one you don't see coming. The one they prepare for.
And this Lamentations 2 and 15, I'm gonna read you NLT. I was passed by children at you. They scoffed and so beautiful Jerusalem, and saying, "Is this the city called the most beautiful in all the world, joy for all the earth?"
Hey, because we had this power at one time. Right? So we had power from how about your mouth shut. See, the nation knew about King David and those mighty men. See, they understood that. You see, the nation wasn't in fear of us. Okay, but what happened? We got proud. You see, we got proud. And the Lord eventually what? Allowed us to be taken down. Okay, so see, Esau has become proud. Okay, and rebellious. So now we're going to see Esau be taken down.
Verse 16.
And that was Suge from Color Purple, by the way.
Suge Avery.
Yeah, cut.
At verse 16, all your enemies mock you, they scoff and snare and say, "We have destroyed her at last. We have long waited for this, and it's finally here."
Yeah, so these nations, they mock when we fail, you know, because they awaited our fall because Well, we were the dominant power in the earth, man. All wealth flowed to King David. All wealth flowed to King Solomon. Okay? And the elites, they want that for them, for themselves, man. And another thing with this war, it's a time for the elites to depopulate, you know. Then they can just send, cause they want drafts everywhere. They want, cause they want to depopulate. You know, they want to get rid of a lot of these fighting age men. You know, that's how you take the house. Get rid of these fighting age men.
Strong man.
Strong man. Yeah, behind the strong man. Yeah. And then also too, they want these nations to weaken each other, and they want to set up a super state with the Greater Israel Project, man. You know, because the least got an agenda where they think they're going to get out. They want that era of King David and King Solomon for themselves forever. You know?
Back up with that depopulation, just recently the Army, they raised up the limit to 42.
18 to 42.
Yeah. Dang. You niggas off the bench.
Hairline gone. Dead body. You got to do a man.
He wheezing when he walking short.
42. That parachute on your ass. Zagros Mountain.
And they're gonna give you a bag, they're gonna report it, talk about figure it out, give you a manual.
The bag of the info.
That's it.
It's just crazy. Cannon fire.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 2. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Yeah, these are legal. Okay, because even another thing too, you British. So you British, you trying to act like you're innocent in this whole thing, and it's just America small.
It's your daughter.
Yeah, America, really, yeah, America, your daughter, and you got down, you British, you want the Balfour Declaration. Balfour was what? He was a British Parliament, man.
Right.
So the British, you gave birth to America and the small hats.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So you not guilty, man. You going into slavery for them, man.
We should go to the word aha. It goes into the blue letter to rejoice on the misfortune of your enemy. Yeah. You know, it shows you how like these elites, or really just these other nations in general, they take advantage of our downfall as the curses.
We got our land. Read that again.
Yep. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Talking about our land. That's why when you jump to Zechariah 9:6, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Because you don't have no father, man.
That's right.
That was Satan. So the heavenly father disowned Esau, man. He was put back.
That's right.
And he dealt with, he's still bitter about that. The Lord said what he would have war with him and generation to generation. Right. Okay, now we're seeing the Lord get busy because you small has to catch hell over there in the war too, man. You're living in them bomb shelters now. No, they seen today, they said that when Iran took out the radars, that now they went from a 30-minute warning to now a 10-second warning. So you got 10 seconds when you hear the warning and you been hit, man.
You can't do shit.
You can't do
Stay
shit.
in there, man.
Yeah, that's why
You can't put a shirt on.
they living in the bomb shelter. Like you gotta understand, like ain't no going to work, ain't none of that shit going. Like you gotta, because if you go out, that motherfucker then hit kid again in 10 seconds, and then they send the hypersonics at this motherfucker.
So
Yeah, Mach 14. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's enough time to say that long ass prayer that you pray.
Yeah, man. But hey, you small hats, you claim to be us, man. That's a punishment for that.
Right.
And then Tel Aviv, what Pink City, man.
That's right.
So you know it's intentional. The Lord got them missiles raining down, and this just the layup line, man. The game ain't started yet, man.
Right.
You know.
Warm it up.
Everybody calling out there on social media. Everybody, man.
Yeah. And what you say, you even got comments like on what, CNN?
Yeah, like on these major, mainstream platforms now. Even they calling out the small heads.
This shit getting real.
And they're really seeing how these elites have really hijacked the blessing. You know? So now you feeling like how Jake feeling now, you know? But it really shows you from a spiritual perspective that these other nations about to get ready to witness the Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The curse is going to be translated from our blessing to you.
You got the Jeremiah 50.
the book of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word that the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
Yeah, so we understand, all right, with Jeremiah, with Jeremiah back somewhere today, prophesying against Babylon again, man, over here in America. Yeah.
Declaring ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not, say Babylon is taken.
Yeah, Babylon is taken. You done. Babylon, you stepped into the trap, man. You started a war that's going to end your ass, man. You started the war that's going to lead to the return of your house shop, man. Okay? The Most High hype you up to do this shit on the left-hand side through Satan. All right? He made you believe that this shit was achievable, man.
Again, a military guy, as of last week, said this woman with Jesus.
I can't wait till nigga can't do no games. Nigga don't need no games. You know? It's like, what?
Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Mordecai is broken in pieces.
Yeah, Mordecai, which is that chief deity of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, man.
Part of the philosophy of Marduk is basically an order out of chaos.
Marduk. Go ahead.
Her idols are confounded.
I want to say Marduk came from this so-called deity, destroyed a feminine deity and created the world from the parts of it. You niggas is stupid.
Some bullshit shit, man.
Her images are broken into pieces.
Her images are broken into pieces. Going back to the image that the American military being invincible, you know, that's part of the image, because part of the image of the beast was this mighty military might. Okay? America being this moral standard of the earth. Now, this is what's it, shameful screwing on our glory. Yeah.
Going to that Chinese movie with Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
His master told him that the enemy hides behind images. Destroy the images and you will see the enemy. Yep. So the Most High is breaking everything up. Yep. These strongholds, man.
It's music.
Music.
They got something called rap fatigue, though.
Yeah.
I think what was.
I never heard that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, they got something called rap fatigue.
You got Jake out there in Japan on their fucking train dancing like that in New York. You all see how these jumps are looking at these niggas, man. Black fatigue. Everywhere. Out there in Japan.
But these are all idols. Eve was an image of Eve.
We got Eve fatigue.
Yeah.
That's all the idols being confounded, because there was all ways of control. Because if you spend your life trying to be a rapper, he controls you.
Yeah.
You spending your life trying to be a rapper, you're not learning nothing as a man. Now you're useless.
And your favorite rappers are broke. Yeah. Jay-Z's a so-called millionaire. Why is he going on tour now? That's not good. Why would I go back on tour if I'm straight?
Because them concerts is real like idol worship. It's rituals. That's not to say you can't go to a concert in theory, but you know you worshiping your idol. That's why everybody be wilding out and shit.
And you looking up at it.
You looking up at them.
They on the stage.
And then they make you get them hands up. You praising it. Get them fucking hands. You praising it.
And look, because what is the average woman? The average American woman has a social media account. And it's like, it's the temple for the queen of heaven, right?
Yeah.
And what are you offering your attention?
What you got?
Followers, yep. And they'll send alms. They'll send me your cash out. You sending gifts you put gifts on the altar, man.
And here's the point. You remember, at the concerts that smoke be coming?
Oh, yeah.
Like the incense,
like,
doing the ritual.
Like it's like a bunch of smoke in front of the idol. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Now it's all being confounded. But now women are paying to go to these dating events now.
Right.
You know, the men get in free now.
Because there's dating fatigue now.
Yeah.
So that means you're disenchanted with your former idol.
Hey, guess what Eve said? Eve said, I came across a TikTok video. Eve said men are on a different path now. She said normally when you turn down a man, he'll be trying to, rebuttal. She said now you turn down a nigga now, he just keep it moving.
Hey, ain't no
rebuttaling anymore.
You got first of all, started with the apostles of great millstone through the spirit.
Yeah.
But look, really in the spirit, that kicked off MGTOW.
That's right.
Which is the acronym for men going their own way. free agent lifestyle, introspective black men of reform, Kevin Samuel, save yourself, black man, SYSBM. All right, so many different movies, Passport Bros. It's so many different movies that's kicked off, starting with Apostle Great Millstone, all right, and just leaving an American woman.
Financially celibate.
Financially celibate, and actual celibate for some people, like it's receiving retention. That means Jake ain't nobody nothing you no more. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hey, there's so many movements. There's a byproduct of your reaction towards us.
Hey, so we really see Vanilla Sky did Eve and the Serpent. They following together.
This Micah 5 and 12 at NLT, I will put an end to all witchcraft, and there will be no more fortune tellers.
Yeah, so you're seeing that this devil witchcraft is waning. Even with cause soon as he went into the energy crisis, everybody got on this shit. Nigga, this the same play. You know? This shit waning.
This nigga had the whole world wearing masks.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We're gonna see more rebellion from that this energy crisis. This lockdown. These people gonna rebel against that shit. He gonna have to. These devils gonna have to do something drastic, man, to really break America, man. They gonna have to do some drastic. They gonna have to turn the lights off.
He's so mad as hell.
They gonna have to turn the pumps off.
The water, the lights, the gas.
And I say, and niggas don't need no gas, man. But what do niggas do? You know, niggas just ride around, blasting goddamn music, looking at all that you crazy and shit. You know,
Want to commit adultery,
going to commit adultery, going to commit a murder.
Yep.
And the only gas they really want is the one you can smoke.
Yeah.
That's the only petrol they really want.
Yeah, bro.
Verse 13, I will destroy all your idols and sacred pillars.
Hey, that woman worship. Because back in the day, you had R&B. And that's another telltale sign that women worship was coming to the end. You don't even hear about R&B no more.
What is R&B?
Yeah. Where's the R. Kelly's at the fucking Tyrese?
It's really translated to like Neo Soul. You know,
Yeah.
you don't hear about R&B like
Yeah.
Because now the singers just talking about fucking.
Yep.
Fucking adultery. Yeah,
Well, I've been stroking.
yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
It ain't no soft shit no more.
It ain't about family. Like you used to even sing about family.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's just straight slut it out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman doesn't make completely slut it out.
So you will never again worship the work of your own hands.
Yeah, so you look at it, like you say, because people make these social media platforms, and they worship themselves.
That's right.
And all they do is sit there and check their notifications all day.
And guess what? And because of this platform, you no longer have A-list celebrities. Niggas won't, if they seen Will Smith, you won't run to Will Smith like you would have done in the early 90s, early 2000s.
Now guys,
Go ahead, Zaquan.
now guys like iShow Speed and these podcasts, that's the new Will Smith.
Right.
Drewski and all
Yep.
that.
Drewski, yeah.
Or even yourself.
Yeah.
I got followers.
We in those times, hey, people becoming lovers of their own selves.
Right.
Surprised at all time high.
Yeah.
So they see these so-called celebrities, like, man, fuck them. I got my own subscriber count.
Bitch.
Yep.
Look at me.
Verse 14, I will abolish your idol shrines with their ashery poles and destroy,
Abolish is what to put an end to.
and destroy your pagan cities. I will pour out my vengeance on all the nations that refuse to obey me.
Hey, that's all these nations, man. In all these nations, some form, some fashion, they come under the order of Esau, man, the Satan. You know, some more than others, but at the end of the day, all right, none of these nations, okay, are a part of the salvation that's coming from Yahushua. When Yahushua is coming to put all this shit down. When Yahushua comes, he's coming to stop the war. You know, he's coming to put it, and that's how you show true power when you can stop a war.
Yeah.
And anybody can start one. Nigga, who can finish one?
Right.
Like my boy, the Storm.
Yeah.
You don't know about wars. He's talking about ending one. Hey, that's who got the
That
true
was
power.
hard,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
That's who got the true power, nigga. Who can end the war?
That's right, bro.
Storm.
Stormzy.
That rapper from
He from the UK.
Yeah, you remember Dave and Storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I put you on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the house shot, he's coming to end this shit. That's why it's gonna be quick. Yeah, he's coming to put a quick end to this shit, man. You know, he gonna let these nations get at each other, because these nations finna judge. These nations judging each other. These missiles flying back and forth. These nations judging each other, man. Because nobody perished being innocent, man.
That's right.
You know? And it's gonna lead to that news. You got it, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word of the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans.
So the Lord is against this place. See, you're American. That's another thing too. You're American, not innocent.
The page
You supposed to think that the smile hat, but see, that's another thing too. If you niggas were winning, you wouldn't be saying everybody got morals now because they see they catching the L. But if they was winning, because what were these morals at in Iraq?
Right.
What were the morals at with Venezuela?
That's right.
These niggas were cheerleading. When Trump did that shit in Venezuela,
That's it.
everybody was on board.
And they even bringing up the slave trade.
Yeah.
This shit too late.
Niggas trying to get out. Nah, niggas doing this shit.
Ain't gonna be no kumbaya.
No.
Nah, ain't no trade. You ain't getting out though.
Y'all in this shit, man. Because you celebrated America for the Lord, and you other nations that don't want to get in this war now, you EU nations, okay? Because, man, you looked it up. Before we looked it up, it was 40 nations in America that went to Afghanistan.
47?
Everybody was all in.
47?
All
47,
the
47 nations.
Yeah.
And UK was at every war. That's why Trump said, I'm surprised that UK.
We've been doing this shit together.
Because UK been there every time. But see, UK see this shit real. Now it's like, shit.
And you came to have the spirit.
Yeah.
On Troy, what had to tell us about? We cannot win this war.
Hey, the court is so bad, he called out from Denmark. The court said, Denmark? He said, I don't know what they do, but they need to stick to doing that. So this ain't it.
Yeah, man. See, all you other nations, you trying to act like you innocent, you're just American, these small heads. Nah, you been down with the war too.
All the time.
You know? But now that you see that this war is vulnerable, now everybody want to have balls and talk it out.
Getting too hot in the kitchen.
Yeah, you can get involved.
You get on that horse, you got right.
Yeah, you got. Hey, what's it? Hey, Trump, let me out.
Don't one moment out there. No, nigga, you stay right there.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, what did Blue say? You got fool me once.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I forgot how it goes.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
He couldn't
shame
get it
on
right.
Yeah, he could get it right.
you. Now what he said, he said, you fool me, you ain't gonna fool me again.
He gave up on you guys.
Fuck it. You ain't getting no
By Jeremiah the prophet, declare ye among the nation and publish and set up a standard, publish
And this is what we doing now. This is the standard. And because of the standard, you got what? The spiritual downfall of these idiots.
Because when you go to war, you have your flag. That's how you know. Because in the ancient war, you'll get confused on what's what. So you had that standard up in the war. So you come into battle with that standard. So we come with the standard of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah to this spiritual war. Yeah, so we on, because our military on the way. So we just get to commentate these nations going in each other, and guess what? And then another thing too, the Lord gonna activate brothers out here soon, man.
That's right. With the ground troops.
Yeah. Lord gonna activate brothers soon, man.
You see the Air Force, the chariots.
Yeah.
We got the Navy, Leviathan.
Come what George say, come back before 5.
That's a good one. You know BG the most high.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 51:20. Now art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Yep.
So brothers gonna have that spiritual power. You don't see Hancocks, Superman around this joint because of the spiritual power. Goku's, the brothers gonna be in the battle, wrist slipping. Bright Burns,
Yeah.
he was in the right spirit,
He was
man.
in the right
He
spirit.
got it right, bro.
This guy gets
He
it.
was the best. What's it called? What do you call it? Anti-hero. Yeah, anti-hero. What's he considered that or what?
Just like that.
Villain. Okay, yeah. He was in the right spirit.
He was in the right spirit.
Well, it always mostly like that, like Kobo off of Planet of the Apes. It was for his kind. You know, Vegeta. It was for his race.
Caesar was still out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
They always try to make it look like that main character, the good guy.
Uh-huh.
But really, that sellout. They're like in Avengers. The heroes, them really
Yeah.
fucked it. Thanos was on some. He was on some other shit. But the boy, in X-Men, he was like, no more war.
Yeah.
The guy that they woke up. Yeah, Apocalypse.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
So in a nutshell, the Most High is going to use brothers to destroy motherfuckers, man. You pick up a battle axe to destroy shit, to fuck up shit, to devastate something.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
And with you, I will destroy kingdoms. And we're in the last hoorah of Esau's rulership.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
And the military.
That's right.
You know? Hey, so we got a lot to look forward. This just getting started, man. It's just the beginning. We some exciting time, and then it's coming to the time of the Passover, man. The Lord started World War III before the Passover, man. You know, the fish on there, bro.
And conceal not, say Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded. Marduk is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken up in pieces.
So we at the end of this man's kingdom, okay? At the end of this man's witchcraft, everything that this man has established, all these enchantments, all this shit is gonna get broken up, man, according to prophecy, man. You know?
Wow. And with that, we want to give all go ahead. With that, we want to give all honor and glory to. We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings. Welcome welcome to the house of David the elect. Baba.
Baba.
How about